Definitely an old chook pen here. Now going by the other ones, there's the outhouse, archetypal outside dunny. This would be the outside laundry, I assume. Not much there to show us what it was. And again, the place is opened. Quite a nice patio area at the back. Some of these places have been slightly done up. Intact toilet again. Flip the light back on. Bathroom. Watch my step on this, you can feel the floor's not quite right. That cannot have been a shower, I don't know what that was. Oh, this has been trashed. Quite why you would want to trash it, I don't know. Kitchen. Another nondescript room. And here what appear to be old fire alarms in the place. What a waste. Fireplace there. An old smoke alarm sitting up there beeping away because it's running out of battery. Wouldn't have been much of a kitchen by the looks of it. A large garage come shed. All full of rubbish. Piles of old clothes and bits of junk everywhere. Ceilings unusual. Somebody's carefully constructed wall of tinnies. Oh, Jack Daniels. $1637. I wonder what that refers to. And this is certainly just an old garage. large parking areas there. And this looks like the last of the buildings on this side. I think there are even more behind the ones we looked at this morning. Yeah. All of them have been opened up. Again, that would have been a laundry. Same design as the other one, although most of the boards are missing off this one. And this is very trashed looking. Light on again. Yes, that would have been the bathroom. Another one of those alarms, when they first beep it makes you jump. Yeah. Let's had a good go at the stove there. This is practically the same design as the other one, I think. Similar looking building. Well, there's a room that's not in too bad shape. And we have rooftop residence. Something living up in the roof, wandering around. Well, this one's probably in better condition than most of them. Certainly hasn't been subject to the vandals' attentions as much. There's some very dodgy paintwork in these places. And that's it for this side by the looks of it. Oop, bike wheel down there. Yeah. This rather sad looking garage here is obviously the fate of most of these places eventually. Certainly nothing left of that. They've all been broken into, everything. That's what happens, unfortunately, when they leave these places unattended. Just board them up. Eh? Yeah, there'd be a lot of birds around here, I would think. Yeah, once upon a time, a little village in its own right, almost. Really wouldn't be a bad place to live. If it's zoned residential, it's a wonder some developer hasn't got their hands on it and flattened this lot by now. And if you were living here, I guess with the mill a couple of 100 yards down the road, you didn't have far to go to get to work. Beautiful area to live in. Cast your mind back 20 or 30 years perhaps. You can imagine this as being something quite different to what it is now. Something alive rather than something dead. You wonder if the timber use from this was actually done and produced at the sawmill. Quite possible, I suppose. from a different world. Everything has changed so much since these places were inhabited and built. Tree's still doing its best to do its job. Looks like that could even be an orange tree. They don't look like lemons. Watch my step here. The old sewage pit, cesspit, opened up. And another chook pen by the looks of it, hidden away in the back corner, nicely shaded. And that's a fig tree, unripe figs, and that is a whopping great big fig tree. Get a good harvest of figs off that later on in the year. You wonder who are the last people to have lived out here, and how long ago did they leave? Still having a look at the mill settlement here. Quite a few little houses. Surprising how many there are. Certainly more than we first thought when we had a look at this place. This one's not looking too crash hot. A lot of the sidewalls come off. Some attempt to patch up bits of it, but yeah, that's looking very bad. Decided in the end to have a quick look at the one with the wall that fell down. In very similar designs. Bathroom, that one's got a cupboard here. Into the kitchen. We have some wasp nests up in the corner by the looks of it. They're wasps, or I don't think they're bees, they're not big enough. Okay. And with the help of the light, you can actually see fireplace. Up in the roof we've got some creepy crawlies running around. Possums again probably. Scratchy scratchy. Not used to the sounds of people in here, that's for sure. Again, kids' bedroom probably by the posters. Yeah, fairly uniform design. What have we got down here? A dinosaur card. Pretty poor shape, that one. Worse than some of the others. little shed area. I can't believe that somebody couldn't have done something with these places before they fell into this kind of state of disrepair. Maybe the zoning of the land didn't allow for it, or who knows. Yeah, this even looks relatively modern compared to some of it. Again, we've got structural problems. Large section there come off. We usually have to be careful wandering around places like that. That one's even locked up. Although, yeah, looking at it, there's a padlock on there, but the door's not actually locked. And that's probably the reason why. Again, it's an old laundry with a slightly different design to the others. Toilet in the corner. As with most of these places, the house has been breached. Yeah, these ones on this side are much poorer condition than the ones at the front. And I suspect these are going to be the same sort of design. Windows pulled out. Yeah, this end of the building is not all that sound, although it's it is possible to hop in and have a look. There, this one's had the ceiling coming down. Be a little bit wary in places that are this deteriorating. Over here, the old bathroom. Slightly different design to the ones on the other side of the road. I thought they'd be similar. And sort of swapped around. Bathroom on one side. Now we'll be a little bit careful wandering in here. Inhabited by possums, one suspects. All very similar design, apart from the fact the bathroom and this one was on the opposite side to the sleep out. I suspect this was perhaps not graffiti, perhaps done by whoever lived here. It certainly doesn't look like your common garden graffiti artist. Yeah, not much left to speak of in these places now. Yeah, the roof up there is rather shocking. That's caved in rather badly. Again, the stoves have been pulled out. I don't know what people were after in these things. Obviously something attracted their attention. Little cupboard in the corner over there. I imagine at one time these would have been fireplaces. No, that one's sealed up. They look like the sort of place a Metta's stove would have once been, but maybe they're not quite that old. That one is the least easy to go into, but still wide open. That may be all there is. Not quite sure. We'll just have a little wander out the back to check and see if there's any more buildings, but I think that may be all of it by now. Pretty extensive area. Oh no, still more. This is the most extensive abandoned place we've ever been to, without a doubt. Again, the siding on these places is pulling away, or perhaps been pulled away. You can see that securing these places obviously really doesn't work. Again, the typical little sleep out room. A bit of a more modern toilet there. Where this has been tiled up, this place has been done up a bit more than some of the others. Shower, bath, cabinet, mostly intact. Much more intact kitchen. Obviously somebody's been after something in these stoves. They're all pulled forward. I assume there must be some bits in the back of them that are worth something to someone. I'll put the light on to make this a little bit more clearer. And as you can see, this place has definitely been modernised more than the others. Much more modern kitchen. Rather offensive green colour. Never mind. An ironing board. Presumably left by the residents. At some time that was the view from some little child's bedroom, judging by the sticker on the window. Okay. Old lounge chair. No fireplace in this one. Used to have a potbelly stove by the looks of this. Looking up at that. Once had a potbelly stove in there. Front door wide open. Some old drawers. And we have a date. That is a homemade boat, I would say, looking at that, out of a piece of wood. We have a date on the paper. Not that it tells us much, but Daddy Longlegs crawling all over it. May, again, 2001, so that confirms what we saw from the other place. So, presumably still inhabited around 2001. The old fly screen door still more or less intact. No front door on this, this has been completely removed. Out of service, do not operate. This must not be removed. And yet another building a little bit further along here. There's not much in the way of design changes in these buildings, there's just a few little differences here and there. This is the first Super 6 fence I've seen. For most of these places it's just been an open garden design, one after the other. Wide open. Watch these steps in case they're a bit rotten. Meter box completely gone on that one. Pop the light on again. Back to the fireplace design. Copper thieves have been in. Yes, okay. That's a more substantial looking room than some of them. A lot of examples of damp coming through the ceiling there. This one is a different design to the rest. Perhaps meant for more senior management. Anybody remember those from the 1970s? Kitchen off to one side here. One of the few upright stoves. Was it still being pulled out? Now the kitchen in the last place was certainly preferable to here, but I would imagine some of this has been pulled out. No, hard to tell. Not much of a kitchen if that's all there was to it. And again, sleep out. Oh, that's substantially bigger than the other ones we've seen. Toilet. Laundry inside this time. Now that's unusual here. The laundries in all the other houses have been outside. And the bathroom. Tiled up. So a little bit more modern. So perhaps some of these houses were inhabited later than other places. Although now here we do have what would have been a laundry, even a dryer sitting down there. Now, do we have any more, or is that the lot? That could be it. There's one more little building at the back here. Not sure what that is. A garage again. They had a great deal left to look at there. So it could well be that that's it. Probably, I haven't counted the houses, but probably between 10 and 12 houses here, plus the office, plus the school. Trees come across here, so yeah, okay, well that's about it. I hope you've enjoyed this look at the old buildings and see the way people used to live. Now, what is this up here? Okay, just as a final look, obviously this was built for kids. An old cubby house up in a tree. I'm certainly not even going to attempt to climb up there, but that is almost as interesting as everything else. I wonder if the kids who once played up in there will ever get to see this. That's a great little place for kids. Probably would have climbed up to get to the bottom of that. You don't see much like that these days. Beautifully constructed up there. I certainly wouldn't encourage anybody to go and have a look at it now because the timbers could be rotten, but that would have been a terrific place for kids to play. When parents used to actually do things for their children instead of just take them down to Kmart and buy the latest plastic junk. Yeah, no sign of anything else further up there, so that looks like it's it. Fantastic, really enjoyed having a look through here. I hope you've enjoyed the wander through with me. We will undoubtedly do some more abandoned videos as we find places. In the past we've done a lot of still shots of abandoned places. I haven't done videos before. And it's a lot of fun just having a wander around and seeing what life was like for people. No signs of air conditioners anywhere. You can imagine on a hot summer day these places would not have been the greatest to live in. But that's what Australia was once like. We didn't have all the modern coddons that you have now. Even thinking about my own childhood back in the 60s, no air conditioning. The houses used to heat up during the day, they were too hot to sleep in at night. So we all used to go out and sleep on the grass and get eaten alive by the muzzies, but it was preferable to being hot inside the house. So yeah, the world has changed a lot. And as you can see, there's the old mill just across the road. What a fascinating sight this is. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed watching it as much as I did exploring it. And we'll catch you later. See ya.
Away from the road too. Not bad, eh?
Just when we thought we'd seen it all, we were wandering through the back area and came across this other house. Whoever lived here was into keeping poultry by the looks of it, extensive chicken runs.
You want big skips here?
There's some sort of an old container by the looks of it. It's turned into a shed or storage shed of some sort.
The shed. Different type. Look, you've got outdoor dining area.
Yeah, the outdoor toilets were a real Aussie classic.
No water already inside there.
I think they'd all be disconnected from water by now. Again, the outside laundry. Oh, actually, this is not an old laundry, this is an outside bathroom. That's an unusual thing. Full-size bath down there. And it's very unusual to have an outside bathroom.
This might have been an outside laundry though.
Yeah, the laundry's next door.
Not bad.
Yeah, that would have probably been a laundry at one time. Okay, doors wide open.
The meal, isn't it?
Yeah, the mill's just here. I don't know how we missed this one before, but
But would there be a river before?
there's a little gully there, yeah. Okay, check the boards.
There's a lot
Pop
of
the light
bricks
back on. Okay, it's a bit of a mess. There's all sorts of things left in there. You might have a look at that from the other side. Fridge, cans, all sorts of rubbish. Oh, okay. I guess I won't be looking at that from the other side. That is the way through. Here are boots. Just possibly there were squatters in here at one time. Whole bunch of Milo tins, and that's still got the old Metters stove. All the other ones have been pulled out.
Look, the person who went into this house wrote there, sorry about your dog.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Well, I think this has probably had a squatter in it at some time.
Water.
Yeah. Looking at the amount of stuff here.
What do you mean squatter?
Well, look at all the tins. In fact, stuff here, that's still got, they're full. Those tins have still got things in them.
Goodness. What year though? Used
Oh, I wouldn't even know if you'd see it.
Look, and the soy sauce also got soy
So
sauce inside.
these are actually full.
Oh. Unopened.
They must have been sitting here for quite a while. Yeah, a bottle of soy sauce. So
I mean, there's some soy sauce.
very likely that somebody was squatting here at one stage.
I see nowhere to go. You know, things of Milo tins.
Yeah.
I see. So when they vacated, somebody came and stayed here.
Yeah, I would think so. Looking at it, all the other places have been completely empty of personal stuff. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite a small house. All busted TVs. This is a very small house, in fact. A whole pile of bottle caps, lighter, junk of all sorts. Sorry about the click on the camera there, it does that sometimes. Yeah. This has got personal bits and pieces and food and goodness knows what in it. And just looking at the stuff that's lying around, that sort of... Yeah. Yeah. But it's a very small house, this one is tiny compared to the other places.
But I suppose it's because the location looks nicer. Wow, got a few.
More sets of boots. Boot there.
2 pairs.
Another more
Or
boots
3
there.
pairs. Wow.
So just when you think you've seen everything, you stumble across the one that is probably, in
I'm
some respects, the
surprised
most
that
interesting. Oh, you're killing my commentary. I hope you realise. You. Bugger. Okay. Well, that's still got a metal stove in it. See?
My goodness. And they got cups. Look at the Milo things.
Yeah. There's heaps of Milo tins. They must have been heavily addicted to Milo. Milo tins everywhere. It's a complete wreck now.
But I'm just surprised that you've got still canned food that is unopened.
Yeah. Well, you might. I don't even know if there's the Milo tins are. Looking at that tin, that's probably intact. Looking at the end of that tin there.
Huh?
I'm looking at the end of that Milo tin. It could actually be intact.
Which one?
That one down there. It looks like it's still got the silver foil on it.
Really?
Yeah. Or is it? Oh no, it's just my eyes. I thought it was intact, that one. It's the wrong end. Goodness. Yeah, this really sort of, you'd think squatters must have been in here at some stage.
I want to see.
A squatter with some conscience, perhaps.
You probably can't see it anymore.
No, if they even had a date on them. Goodness me, this place is tiny compared to the others.
I mean, even if they had it, it's on the tin, it's rusted.
Yeah.
You can't see
Although, even though the house is tiny, it's got the biggest block.
it. What do you mean?
Well, the area around it is the largest of any of the houses. The other ones didn't have like a private area like this to themselves. Okay, well, that's it. This is our first abandoned place video. We should have probably made a whole bunch more as we travelled around. We took still shots in the past, but obviously people are more interested in videos than still shots. So from now on, when we discover places, we will be making other videos like this. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll catch you later. Thanks for watching.